today I reviewed the first Mission Impossible movie. Is the second one as good? No, it's not. So, Mission Impossible 2 is a 2000 action thriller starring Tom Cruise, Thandie Newton, and Dougray Scott. So, the basic plot of the movie is Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, encounters Thandie Newton somewhere. Is it Spain or something? But whatever. Dougray Scott is the villain. So, they have to get to him through Thandie Newton, who happens to be Dougray Scott's ex-girlfriend. So they use her to get to him, and then things go south. Before I go deep into the story elements and stuff like that, I have to say this movie is, you could probably say it's painfully average, just like right in the middle. While the first one was really good, really watchable, very enjoyable, this one is just right in the middle. So this movie has a lot of positive and a lot of negative. So first, let's talk about the positive. I actually did think that the acting was, for the most part, pretty good from Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt. And I thought Dougray Scott was a pretty good villain. I did like the action in the movie, the martial arts, gunfights, motorcycle, car chases, all that stuff. I liked it. I thought that was handled pretty well. And I did like that they added a new spin on the classic Mission Impossible theme song. Some of it was more electric, stuff like that. It's that sort of thing. I liked it. I liked that they changed it up a little bit. Now let's talk about some of the negatives. They hired John Woo, who has been famous for his gunfights. But Mission Impossible, the first one, was more of a spy movie, more than an action movie. So when they brought in him, they were basically giving away all the spy stuff and replacing it with gunfights and action. And coming off the first one, not really what I was expecting, and it didn't really sit right with me. Don't get me wrong, I really did like the gunfights, the action. I liked it. It just didn't feel right when they did a complete 180 from the first one. Another negative, which I think is it's the most major one, is that it's such a cheesy plot that it seems like it belongs more to a James Bond movie than it does Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is very different from James Bond, but this one seems like it should have been a James Bond movie, and I'm not sure I'm totally on board with that. And some of the style, craft, editing, stuff like that, it was just a little off. It felt like it was a little too jumpy. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of slow-mo that's in there for no reason. It's the little things like that, but repeated all throughout the movie. And mostly the end and a lot of the movie, Ethan Hunt seems like he just solves every single problem he has with masks. Like, he has like a mask generator in his back pocket. I don't know, it's just something that never really made sense to me. Like, at the end, how could did he just have that mask lying around? I mean, I'm going to try to keep this one non-spoiler since I never put a spoiler warning up. But if you've seen the movie, you know the end and how does he just always carry several masks around with him? I don't know. We may never know. Whatever. So, overall, this movie is nowhere near as good as the first one. Is it bad? No. Is it good? Not really. It's just right in the middle. So, out of 10, I would have to give this movie a 5. Actually, if you look back on it, this is the movie that made Hugh Jackman an A-list actor. Now, he's not in the movie, but Dougray Scott was supposed to be in Wolverine in the X-Men movie, but he was dedicated to Mission Impossible, So during reshoots and stuff like that, they had to cast another actor as Wolverine, and that's where Hugh Jackman stepped in. Thankfully, I think Hugh Jackman did a great job as Wolverine. So that is my review of Mission Impossible 2. Thank you for watching. If you want to, leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of the movie. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.